something in the song that makes you feel at home, and that's what's calling out my name. Ayo, ayo, oh. Would it take me and embrace me as your own? Would it take me and embrace me as your own? In the crowd, I hope it still remains the same. Ayo, 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 ayo. Well, there's something in the song that makes you feel at home, and that's what's calling out my name. Ayo, 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 ayo. Taxi's waiting down on the street, so hurry up, I have to go. Looking round, you see all the people making faces very cold. Carry me away, far from the circles that never breaks. Hey, hey, hey. Going home, where this road goes I already know. For one another, and they take you as their sister. Ayo, 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 ayo. Where the children run around, there's laughing in the crowd. I hope it still remains the same. Ayo, 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 ayo. And there's something in the song that makes you feel at home, and that's what's calling out my name. Ayo, ayo, all locked in and ready for takeoff, so I could fly away. House is getting smaller the way up. In my heart a sunny day, dreaming of me on stage. 5 years of age and I'm not afraid. Hey, hey. Going home, well this road goes I already know, where everybody cares for one another, and they take you as their brother. Ayo, 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 ayo. Where the children run around, there's laughing in the crowd. I hope it still remains the same. Ayo, 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 ayo. Well, there's something in the song that makes you feel at home, and that's what's calling out my name. Ayo, ayo, oh. Would it take me and embrace me as your own? Would it take me and embrace me as your own? In the crowd, I hope it still remains the same. Ayo, 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 ayo. Well, there's something in the song that makes you feel at home, and that's what's calling out my name. Ayo, 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 Taxis waiting down on the street, so hurry up, I have to go. Looking round, you see all the people making faces very cold. Carry me away, far from the circles that never breaks. Hey, hey, hey. Going home, where this road goes I already know, where everybody cares for one another, and they take you as their sister. Ayo, 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 ayo. Where the children run around, there's laughing in the crowd. I hope it still remains the same. Ayo, 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 ayo. And there's something in the song that makes you feel at home, and that's what's calling out my name. Ayo, ayo. All up and ready for takeoff, so my mind could fly away. House is getting smaller the way up. In my heart a sunny day, dreaming of me on stage. 5 years of age and I'm not afraid. Hey, hey. Going home, where this road goes I already know, where everybody cares for one another, and they take you as their brother. Ayo, 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 ayo. Where the children run around, there's laughing in the crowd. I hope it still remains the same. Ayo, 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 ayo. Where there's something in the song that makes you feel at home, and that's what's calling out my name. Ayo. Take me and embrace me as your own. Would you take me and embrace me as your own? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ayo, 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 ayo. Where the children run around, it's laughing in the crowd. I hope it still remains the same. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Well, there's something in the song that makes you feel at home, and that's what's calling out my name. Ayo, 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 ayo.
We like you too, and if you don't like us, we still like you. It's not that serious, try catch cruise. We're happy fellows with just one groove. To the people who like us, we like you too, and if you don't like us, we still like you. It's not that serious, try catch cruise. We are happy fellows with just one groove. To people who like us, we like you too, and if you don't like us, we still like you. We don't like trouble, we are happy people, happy fellows with just one group. If you see me happy, no the vex for me. I don't pay my dues, I don't get problem with anybody. I define money, it been hard for me, but I know these blessings go reach everybody. Now God they brother, if he easy do it, I know God like to chop your bitterness. Don't be my job at all. Cause now God they brother, if he easy do it, us, we like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. It's not that serious, strike and cruise. We're happy fellows, we just one groove. To the people who like us, we like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. It's not that serious, strike and cruise. We are happy fellows, we just one groove. To people who like us, we like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. We don't like trouble, we are happy people, happy fellows, we just one groove. We like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. It's not that serious, strike and cruise. We're happy fellows, we just one groove. To the people who like us, we like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. It's not that serious, strike and cruise. We are happy fellows, we just one groove. To people who like us, we like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. We don't like trouble, we are happy people, happy fellows, we just one group. To chop your bitterness. Don't be my job at all. First I'm gonna be runner. If he easy do I know come life to chop your bitterness. Happiness, my own. We like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. It's not that serious, try catch cruise. We're happy fellows, we just one groove. To the people who like us, we like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. It's not that serious, try catch cruise. We are happy fellows, we just one groove. To people who like us, we like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. Trouble, we are happy people, happy fellows, we just one group. If you see me happy, no the vex for me. I don't pay my dues, I don't get problem with any. Everybody, now God they rubber. If he easy do I know come life to chop your bitterness. Don't be my job at all. First I'm gonna be runner. If he easy do I know come life to chop your bitterness. Happiness, my own. us, we like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. It's not that serious, try catch cruise. We are happy fellows, we just one groove. To the people who like us, we like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. It's not that serious, try catch cruise. We are happy fellows, we just one groove. To people who like us, we like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. We don't like trouble, we are happy people, happy fellows, we just one groove. We like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. It's not that serious, try catch cruise. We are happy fellows, we just one groove. To the people who like us, we like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. It's not that serious, try catch cruise. We are happy fellows, we just one groove. To people who like us, we like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. Trouble, we are happy people, happy fellows, we just one group. If you see me happy, no the vex for me. I don't pay my dues, I don't get problem with anybody. us, we like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. It's not that serious, strike catch cruise. We're happy fellows, we just one groove. To the people who like us, we like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. It's not that serious, strike catch cruise. We are happy fellows, we just one groove. To people who like us, we like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. We don't like trouble, we are happy people, happy fellows, we just one groove. We like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. It's not that serious, strike catch cruise. We're happy fellows, we just one groove. To the people who like us, we like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. It's not that serious, strike catch cruise. We are happy fellows, we just one groove. To people who like us, we like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. Trouble, we are happy people, happy fellows, we just one group. If you see me happy, no the vex for me. I don't pay my dues, I don't get problem with any. Everybody, now God they run. If he easy do it, I know God like to chop your bitterness. Don't be my job at all. First now God they run. If he easy do it, I know God like to chop your bitterness. Happiness, my own. It's not that serious, try catch me. We are happy fellows, we just us, we like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. It's not that serious, try catch cruise. We're happy fellows, we just one groove. To the people who like us, we like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. It's not that serious, try catch cruise. We are happy fellows, we just one groove. To people who like us, we like you too. And if you don't like us, we still like you. We don't like trouble, we are happy people, happy fellows, we just one groove.
I-
Okay, good evening. Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me? Um, I don't know if I am audible. This is okay, okay. I just wanted to be sure, right? This is the first time I'm using this. Okay, oh, awesome. Good evening, everyone. I hope you can hear me. I'm trying to. Just give me a few minutes, please. Um, okay. Sorry for that break in transmission. I was just trying to ensure that I am properly positioned. So I was trying to blow my background, but it seems to be that this particular um, streaming platform is smarter than I am. But please just bear with me. Just bear with me, whatever it is that you are seeing in the background. Um, so I want to say good evening to everyone. I don't know if anyone can hear me because I'm trying to acclimatize myself with this platform. I don't know. Okay, I think I have 6 people on the call with me. I'm trying to see if I can get a form of reaction. Is there a way I can get that, or maybe if you can put on the private chat, just say hi, so I know that I'm not alone. You can just go to the chat and just put hi. I'm here with you, so that I'm sure that I am not alone. Um, I look forward to that. Oh, okay. Hi, sir. Okay, I think. Sorry. Okay, good evening. Okay, it looks like okay, you are here with me. Okay, awesome, awesome. Good evening. I think we are still waiting for more persons because I think I can just see 6 persons. Um, yes, 6 persons. This is my particular device. I'm coming, please. Okay, so okay, okay, okay. Thank you for that information. So good evening, everyone. It's a great privilege to be here today. My name is Adewale, and I'm going to be your host this evening. I would love to see our reactions online when or on the chat box when I call for it. That is how I can tell myself that I am not alone. So I want to say a very big welcome to everyone present on this call today, because this is not just any kind of program. This is one that would transform your life for the better. And before we even dive into it, I want to just know those that are here. So you can just go to the chat box and just say, "Hi, my name is Adewale. I'm joining from Ibiza." Don't worry, I'm already, I'm already faking it, right? I'm already faking it before I make it. So just tell me your name and tell me where you're joining from. Hi, my name is Emmanuel. I'm joining from Puerto Rico. All right. So just tell me where your name and where you're joining from, so that we can see those that are really here with us. So like I said, my name is Adewale. I'm joining from Abeokuta, Ogun State, Nigeria, Africa. You can put it that way. So let's see those that are on the call with us. Just go to the chat box, put in your name, and is it possible for us to have people put in, or it's not possible? Oh, I'm even seeing a lot of. I'm just getting this clearly now, right? I can see comments somewhere. Oh, interesting. Okay, I think I can see the comments now. Oh, I am Susan from Castina. Awesome, awesome. Wow, that's beautiful. Castina. So you can see this is not just um for one person. Oh, my name is Crypto Playbook. Interesting. Awesome. From Nigeria. That's interesting. Thank you for joining Susan Playbook. I'm Tammy from ABK. Awesome. So you can see that we are not alone here. This is not a local engagement. We have people everywhere. This is a link from Bex City, right? That is it. Yeah. So we also need to pick that. Um, Oluwafe Sharami from Lagos. It's awesome, right? Very, very good to have you. We also have Fela Olive also from Abeokuta. Please, like, you can also just do like I did mine, right? You're joining from Ibiza. That place, I don't know, that's like dream location for me now. Okay, my name is Mary from Nigeria. For now, ha, Mary, what's going on? Don't desert your fatherland. Don't desert your. Well, that's part of it. So when you hack the money language, right? You can decide to just flex around. That's what me I want to. I don't want to even just immigrate permanently. I would just love to go and come back as it were, right? So for Mary, uh, Nigeria for now. I would have said you should just unmute and then why you want to leave us soon, right, Mary? But it's awesome. It's good to meet everyone. I'm excited to be hosting us, and like I'll just tell us one interesting thing about the program we're about to step into, right? Act the money language, because see, and this is just my own belief, right? It's not. I'm not saying it's something that you should. I just have a strong belief that money uh, has a life of its own, and if you can understand the language, if you can understand what it says, you'll be able to put it to good use, and that is what this training is going to be doing, or this seminar, or this webinar is going to be doing, right? It's not just like every other conference. It's not just like every other webinar where we come into just talk about money and I made this, I made this last. No, we're going to be putting you through how to ensure that you understand what he's saying, what money is saying, and how you can make it work for you. Yes, we're not going to just be telling stories, and it's going to be something like you said, act it. You are going to know how it's going to work for you, how you're going to ensure that you can speak the language, because there are different languages, right? Just as we have different languages across different sphere of life, there are different languages as this, that money is speaking. You want to understand the one that is saying in your vicinity to you, and how to make it work for you. So that's what we're going to be doing this evening. So I think I have exhausted my time for all of the welcoming. But see, please, I'm just telling you that sit back, relax. You are in the right place. I can tell you for a fact you are in the right place. Just sit back, have your writing material somewhere. So let's do one more thing before we we I hand over the reins of affair to the next person. So I don't know. Is anyone maybe in the chat box? Can we just put in what you are looking forward to um, gain from this training? Just it can just be one word, right? It might just be more knowledge. It might be mastery, right? Maybe for me, yes, I have been doing this. Okay, I want to gain more mastery on it. Um for some persons, it might just be enlightenment. For you, it might just be the networking. So, what do you look forward to? So, I've gotten our name. So, just go to the chat box and just put the one word: enlightenment, mastery, advanced knowledge, whatever it is. Yes, compound work is allowed. So, please let's do that now. So, I know that we are prepared for the next person. So, let's do that in the chat box. Whatever it is that you feel you want to gain from this meeting, or you want to um absorb. Yes, yeah, just like a cloth, you want to absorb something. So let us put it in the chat box so I can see that you people are already, or we are all ready together to gonna please, let's put it now. Let's see. I'm expecting the comments to come in. I am expecting to come in. I'm expecting our comments, so please don't leave me here. Okay, can anyone still hear me? I want to be sure I'm still audible. Okay, I spend a lot without saving. Okay, Emo instead on how to save, right? Awesome. That is beautiful. Because that is what we are trying to also do, hack the language, right? We need to know how to also ensure that this thing stays and work for us, not just comes into our hands and disappears immediately. I love that, how to ensure that you gain more insight into how to save or not. That is beautiful. Thank you very much for that. Any other person, what is that one thing you are looking forward to learn from this meeting to learn from the speakers? Because see, I looked at the lineup of speakers. These people are really, yes, they are doing a lot with money. Yes, they are doing a lot. I can tell you, this is the lineup of speakers are top notch. It's wonderful. So investment insights, awesome, awesome, right? You need to know how to ensure that this thing is not just working for you, but it's bringing in more of itself. That is bringing in more money. Investment insight, awesome. Okay. For me, like I said, money is speaking different languages. I want to learn another language. I want to learn another language for me, right? To gain more knowledge on how money works, right? Also, if you remember, or if you have been following HTML, the ads and everything that we have been using to publicize this program, I was one of the very one, like I was the one arguing about how someone earning 300,000 should be able to save 100,000. Me that was arguing, right? Me that was arguing, I can tell you for a fact that I doubt if that is even possible. Okay, so thank you very much for everyone that has shared. Now let's just move on to. So we are going to be moving into the first section. I think we are already way behind schedule. We are already way behind schedule. So this first session is going to be taken by someone that, like I said, the lineup of speakers are these are people that are they have handled money. They have seen it speak in different facets, right? And they can come and tell you some of the languages one is speaking. So I don't want you to look at them from the lens of, oh, I know this person before, or I've no, please take that off your mind and just focus on um, what they want to say. Come on, let them share their experience with you, and I cannot tell you that you're going to learn a lot. Okay, I think I have one more comment before I drop um, the bar thing. Okay, that art drew me. Oh, sincerely, that it's part of even what drew me into. Even though I've heard of the the publicity stunts, but it drew me into. So I look forward to learn. So the first session is going to be taken by someone that I respect so much. I can tell you that whatever it is that is going to be saying here today is going to be saying from experience, and everything he's going to be saying, be rest assured that it is solid. I can tell you it is solid, and it's something you can run with. So without wasting much time, I would love to bring up another person than Mr. Coyote Samuel, right? Mr. Coyote Samuel is going to be sharing the first hacking tools, right? Allow me to use that. The first set of hacking tools that you need to know to be able to hack that money language. So, Mr. Coyote Samuel, welcome. It's very nice. I think we are even doing. You can see people that are hacking the language already. You see them on cap. So that might be that by
There's a
the way. So I
culture.
didn't even know that. It's a culture we this inside the
Yes.
cap, but please. Okay, now thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much, sir. I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm going to leave the floor to you now. Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Thank you for joining. I saw someone joining from Katsina. Thank you so much for joining. We had a lot of people register for this event, a lot of people from as far as outside Nigeria. And it just goes to show that the money language is a universal language. It's a universal pain point that everybody can relate to. And I know strongly that this event, at the end of this event, that is today and tomorrow, you would have learned a lot to transform your finances. So I want to thank you so much for being here. If you can just do us the pleasure of also sharing this to your audience, to your community. A lot of people would want to be a part of this. So you can do that as well. You can share the link. We're streaming live on YouTube. So you can share the link for a lot of people to join in as our other speakers are already in the room with us. They are backstage, and when it's their time, they would come up and hold their session. Thank you very much, Mr. Wali, our moderator for this event today. Thank you for doing an amazing job. So I want to make sure that everybody is following me as I go through my session. So if you can, give me some motivations, add some reactions in the chat box, in the comments, drop your comments. The way we do, that's deep, that's deep. I want to see that. I want to see that. So I want you to be a part of this, assist me in doing this to with you this evening. So thank you so much for joining, and let's quickly get right into this. First and foremost, I want to thank Beta X especially for this opportunity, bringing this valuable event. It takes a lot, and it's a pain point that needs to be addressed. And thank you very much for the invitation. I'm so glad to be here. Right, so getting to it, act the money language. I'm going to be addressing the general scope of what act the money language is, and our other facilitators will be taking us into a more technical and in-depth practical insight on hacking the money language. Right, so when we talk about hack the money language, when we're talking about hack the money language, now in our worlds today, one of the things that we are most conversant with is the power of words. Now, you bear me witness that most people will tell you when it comes to money, they tell you to speak like it, they tell you to talk like it. So, yes, we're talking about hacking the money language. So, it's a language per se, and language are made up of words. So, people want to talk rich, so you make confessions, stand in front of the mirror and make your affirmations. You say to yourself, I'm a billionaire in the making. I am not i am not broke. I am pre-valuation. Like one of my favorite content creators, Daphne Richards, made a video about, right? So a lot of is said about words when it comes to the money language, right? Don't talk like a poor person, speak like you're wealthy, and all of that. But I want you to know this today, that when we talk about the money language, it is a game of numbers. It is a game of numbers. It is a game of numbers. I want you to write that down if you have your notepad. When we talk about money, it is a game of numbers. It is a game of numbers, right? And it will shock you to realize that numbers are a great part of our world. Numbers are a great part of our world. If you've not realized this, I'm going to run through a statistics through this in the course of my engagement with you. I'm going to run through the statistics, and you're going to see why I said it is a game of numbers, and numbers are a great part of our world. In tech, one of the major breakthroughs we had was when we began to find out that on the back end of things, it's just about zeros and ones. It's just about zeros and ones. If you're going to count the population of a people, you're going to count the people that are in that country. It's census. Most of the powerful nations, they have great people in them. They have a great number. But then we also find the same thing not happening in other countries that have the population number. So what's the difference then? But it's still a game of numbers. If you're going to experience retrogression, if you're going to experience progression, it's still numbers, right? Money is still also numbers. And I want you to see this for what it is. It is first a game of numbers. If you can get this, you would understand what we're talking about when we talk about hacking the money language. It is first a game of numbers. Now let's go straight to some statistics about money, right? The richest 1% of this world, the richest 1% own almost half of the global wealth. That is about $200 trillion is owned by just the richest 1%. Are you still with me? 50% of humanity, that is 4 billion people, collectively own less than 2%. 50% of humanity, that is, the world has 8 billion people, but 4 billion of those people own less than 2%. 90% of the world's money doesn't exist physically. This one was shocking for me. 90% of the world's money does not exist physically. So if we're going to look for 90% of the world's money, we are not going to find it anywhere than them existing digitally, them existing in numbers, just as numbers on the screen. So when you say, oh, Elon Musk is what these so numbers, they are just numbers on the screen. Over $50 billion is spent yearly on lottery tickets. I love this particular statistic so much, and that's why I added it. So you see that a lot of people are hoping to make and stumble into wealth. How? They are spending money on lottery tickets. $50 billion spent yearly on lottery tickets. The richest 26 people on earth have more wealth than the poorest 3.8 billion people combined. That is, when we combine the finances of 3.8 billion people, the richest 26 billion people, the richest 26 people, I beg your pardon, worth more than 3.8 billion people combined. So it's a game of numbers. It's about numbers. Now, why do I say this? I put all of this out so that you will make a decision that I choose which statistics I am going to appear in. You're going to make a decision that I choose which statistics I am going to appear in. So when the world is recording their statistics, I am not going to fall in a demography where I do not want to be in. So when they're saying that 3.8 billion people combined cannot meet up to the 26 people, I choose not to be in that statistics. I choose not to be in that statistics. So when you can demystify in your mind that it is a game of numbers, you would see that you're much more on your way to wealth and financial freedom. How do I know this? How do I know this? Let me tell you how I actually know this, right? So when we talk about savings, and I saw somebody make that comment that I earn more, but I'm not able to save more. I want to know how to save more. Now it's because we have not yet understood the game of numbers, right? So you have the question, I'm not earning so much, why should I save at all? Because my savings cannot actually save me. right? The reason why you should save, even when your savings cannot save you, is because as a person who is saving, you are much more closer to financial freedom than someone who is not saving at all. So it's a game of numbers. I am saving 100 naira consistently over a period of time. I am much more better than somebody. I am much more better than somebody who is not saving at all. I am much more better. I am much more closer to financial freedom than somebody who is not saving at all. I am investing just $1 in the financial markets on a weekly basis. Oh, I do not have this $1 to even invest. I am much more better than somebody who is not investing at all. So, do you see the compounding effect of understanding that, oh, making my progress when it comes to my finances starts with me understanding that it is a game of numbers. It is a game of numbers, right? So moving on very quickly, in 2020 and 2021, I made the largest amount of money that I have ever made in my life, and I was even in control of so much more. That is, I had so much money, but because of the work that I was involved in, I was also in control of so much more. And things happened that made me learn three valuable lessons. And jokingly, I put it up on my status when we're promoting Hack the Money Language. I said, I have a billion naira worth of experience. I have a billion naira worth of experience. If I have not learned anything, the experience that I have learned cost me over a billion naira. So I don't expect that you take anything I'm saying with a pinch of salt. I expect that you're writing everything down that I'm saying. So let's move on very quickly. So, three lessons that I learned from that experience. Number one, money has no loyalty, it is principled. Money has no loyalty, it is principled. When you're getting money or you want to get money, money is not going to look at you and say, oh, you are very amazing, you are very beautiful, I like you, I want to stay with you. It is principled. That is, if you do not deal with it according to its principles, it is going to leave you. It has no incentive to stay with you. Money has no incentive to choose to stay with you. Oh, you have me en masse, so you think I'm never going to leave you. It has no loyalty to you or anybody at all. So you wonder why somebody can amass so much of it and the person can still lose it. You wonder why someone may have none of it at all, and although the person may plead and beg, money would not look at you with pity and say, because of the situation you find yourself in, I want to be with you. It has no loyalty. It is principled. It follows its principles. Number two, money flows in the direction of value. Money flows in the direction of value. When we did that venture which we're involved in, I realized that people never had a problem with parting away with certain amount of money. I'm talking about hundreds and tens of millions. People had no problem with parting away with this money. Why? They saw the value that was going to come to them, and so it was easier to part away with that. So money flows in the direction of value. Anywhere you see value, anywhere you see credible value, anywhere you see widespread value, that is, it is a unified thought that this is valuable, you are going to find money there. And thirdly, money has a language. You must be taught how to speak it. And in money languages, we show and we tell. We show and we tell. Money has a language, and in money language, we show and we tell. So that's why you will find out many a times your celebrities may not have anything in their bank accounts, but they are showing you wealth. They are showing you wealth. It is a language they are speaking. It is a language they are speaking. When you step into certain rooms and the perfume of somebody just whisks past your nose, the person is showing you something. When you're going for certain contracts and you dress up to go for those contracts, you are seeing something. They want to show you something. So money has a language, and that's why we are gathered here at Hack the Money Language. Now I want to give us a task very quickly. In 1 minute, I'm quickly rounding this up because our speakers are backstage and they need to be on this call, and I want you to get the most of this event. In 1 minute, I want you to think of the kind of person you would be if you were in the top 1%. Very quickly, you can close your eyes and just imagine if you were in the top 1%, what kind of a person would you be? Would you still be kind? Would you still have the great lofty ideas that you have? Would you still have the hunger and the drive that you have? If you're in the top 1%, have you imagined and seen yourself in that number? Do you think you have the capacity to be in that number? Have we done that? So let's move on. So regardless of where you find yourself right now, there is only one thing that is consistent. There's only one thing that is consistent. You can either go higher or things can even get worse. Remember, I told you money has no loyalty. Regardless of where you are joining this call, you may be very wealthy, you may have a lot of things going on for you, but one thing is consistent. You can either go higher, there is no ceiling, or things can even get worse. But seeing that you're here today, it tells me one thing: you have a desire to see things get better, and that is why you're here today, and that is what you're going to experience. So it's shocking to find out many times that we learn about everything, but we do not learn about the one thing that we transact with on a daily basis, the one thing that we want more of, the one thing that we are chasing, the one thing that we are building a career for. We do not learn about it. So if there's anything I'll leave with you today, it is that giving your giving knowledge first place, giving money, the chase of knowledge concerning money, giving it first place is very important to your life. From now on, you must decide that I will be intentional about understanding money, and I will be intentional about understanding myself and how I relate with money. And how I relate with money. Many people have cracked the code about understanding money. We are talking about the educators, the people that they are financial prodigies. They know how to invest, they know how to save, they know how to earn income. But here's the thing: they've not understood how they relate with money. They've not understood that their saving culture or their background has a large it plays a major role in how they are interacting with money. So the moment they made their first big break, what did they do? They went to buy an expensive wristwatch. Yes, they understood that money has a language and they decided to show. But was that the time for them to show? No. So these are all the things that we are hoping that through this event we're going to delve into, we're going to unlock, we're going to teach you guys the strategies and recondition your mind to better put you in a place where you can receive and grow your income steadily over a period of time, and even exponentially as well, because there's also a part of that when it comes to the money making game. You can either increase your income steadily, but you also want to be on the lookout, like hungrily on the lookout for ways where you can increase your finances exponentially as well. and that's where investments comes in. That's where compounding comes in. That's where earning more comes in. That is increasing your value so that people can pay you what you are actually worth. And with that being said, I want to thank you so much for being here. Please make sure that you stay on the call. Please make sure that you are engaging every part of the sessions. I'll hand over now to the moderator. Thank you so much for having me. That's my time. I'll see you guys tomorrow again.
We don't have.
Okay. Just to be sure, sorry, I had to um go out of the call to make some adjustments. I want to believe Pastor. Sorry, Mr. Kayade's somewhere is already done. Permit me. Sorry for that. I'm used to that calling him that. Um, please, can you just give me someone can just respond to that. I hope he's okay. I think he's almost on stage. So I think the stage is mine. So was that not loaded? I think that was just under 30 minutes. That was just under 30 minutes. And sincerely, I think I have written a whole lot. Money has language. Oh, sincerely, allow me to just act that way. It has a lot of language. And one thing that I took from this session, one thing is that money is drawn. You know the way you say, I am attracted to this guy, I'm attracted to this lady, this person. I'm not a don't worry, I'm not that kind of person. But you know what I'm saying? Money is attracted to value. The moment you have value and the moment you speak value, it is just like speaking French. Those that are French speakers will just come in your direction. That's what it is. So the moment you speak value, money comes to your direction. Please, thank you very much, Mr. Kayode Samuel. Please, you can also do that in the comment section. Just appreciate him for what he has opened our eyes to see. You know, you mentioned that he has managed money in billions. Billions. So when so it's on for someone to be able to do that, the rest assured that this is coming from a word of experience. It's coming from a place of a lot of experience. So I don't want to say much because if Mr. Kayode Samuel can do this, the rest are sure that the line of speakers that we have will do much more. And I just want to see what they want to do. So we're going to be moving. But I think I've been seeing some people say thank you. But if you can put in the chat box also one thing that you have picked from what has been said, just use the chat box, put in that one thing that has impacted you, the knowledge you have received. A lot is still coming. This is just the beginning, right? A lot is still coming, and I'm prepared to bring up the next speaker, right? I would I would have loved if I had the okay, but let me just move on to the next speaker. So now this speaker that is coming up is going to talk about how to diversify and multiply your earnings. So even if you are a business person, even though if you are working on that song, this is for everybody. Don't look at it and say, oh, it's only for those investment guys or it's only for those. See, everybody, how can you diversify? Because the word earnings was put there. So everybody's earning money. Be it you are being paid your salary, be it everybody's earning money. So don't don't use your shovel to pick it and say this is for one person. So this person is coming up to talk about how you can what diversify. See, I know people are still talking about what we have just see this one we are going to is a lot. So how to diversify and multiply because that is one language that you need to understand about money how can you make it increase in number, multiply, and dominate your head, your own head? So you need to have that. So how to diversify and multiply your earnings? So Mr. Olatunji Beson is coming to speak to us on how you can multiply, diversify, increase everything you can use in that synonym. Please just use it. So to ensure that you are not just relying on that 100,000 or 200,000 that is coming in on a monthly basis, how can you ensure that you have multiple streams of income? How can you ensure that that particular earning you can multiply it and ensure that it is giving you returns on a monthly basis, weekly basis, yearly, quarterly, whatever basis you want. So I'm going to be yielding the floor to Mr. Olatunji. I don't know if he's um, present now. Oh. I think I am already jumping the gun. Please just bear with me. Let me come because I was looking at the wrong. Sorry, sorry, my people. I'm very very sorry. I was looking at the wrong. Um, I was looking at the wrong what's it called? That of tomorrow. I was looking at that of tomorrow. That was the schedule for that of tomorrow. So please don't worry. We're still getting there. That's gonna be tomorrow. So it's not supposed to be that. What we are looking at is quite it's still very close, but don't worry. Now, let me not whet our appetite again. Let me wet it. Just calm down. Everybody, sorry for all of that intro I've done. It's for tomorrow, but we're gonna do it again. So what we are gonna be going to next is how to attract high paying gigs. Can you hear that? How to attract high paying gigs. This also goes to everyone. Even me, even though I'm a 9 to 5, I'm still looking out for this. How to attract high paying gigs. And this person that is coming in to talk about this, I've been under uh, uh, lectures, webinars. I've heard her speak in different places. I've watched her videos online. I can tell you that she is the woman for the job. Yes, she's a lady. She's a woman for the job, and I can assure you that also from wealth of experience. When I say wealth, you're going up like this. From wealth of experience, she's going to be dishing out all of those tools, hacking tools for you to be able to land gigs that will transform your life. See, it's by just the one gig you need to land. You don't need to land two, just one, and your life is transformed for. So I want us to go to the chat box. You can use just show me that reaction that you are ready, right? You are set, you are prepared. Just show me those reactions online that you're ready for this next speaker, and she's no other person than Favor or Gazi. Please, if you can use that fire emoji, please use it. I want to be seeing that fire emoji in the chat box. She is going to come and teach us all of the methodology, the process that you need to do, the tools that you need to put in place for you to land those high paying gigs. And it's cuts across board. So please, everyone should be prepared to come and listen to us. So um uh let's get okay. So please, I want us to use that. Hey, I'm seeing it coming now. Thank you very much, Shane. I want you to come in, please. Let us set the floor ready for her. That oh yes, we are more than prepared to come and receive. So, like I said, she's the woman for the job because you can be rest assured that she would come and okay. So, um, I don't know. Is she okay? Awesome. Okay, I think it's coming up now. Awesome. Yes, I think she's on board now. Positioning to earn. We are definitely gonna earn a lot. Okay. Yes, Favor, you are welcome. It's one of the greatest privilege of mine to be welcoming you today. Um, can I leave the floor now, or lots of fire emojis coming in? Like I just love seeing that red fire emoji. I love it. You will love it. Okay. I don't know if yes, Favor, you have the stage. Let me switch off my mic.
Good evening, everyone. Please confirm that you can hear and see me.
Yes, good evening, Favor. Yes, I can see you, but even though it's a little bit dark, but at least I can see your face and I can hear you clearly.
All right, thank you. So, welcome, everyone. Such a privilege to be here. Don't take it for granted. Thank you to Mr. Kayode for opening the floor. Thank you very much. I'm just going to go straight into it. I was given a topic and I tried to put in a little tweak. So, I would always tell people, let's replace the word gigs with deals. And you'll see why. Because I like to think that everything starts from the mindset, right? So I wouldn't say a gig, I would say it's a deal. If I was called upon to deliver some work, what 15 naira, for example, I'm going to think of it as a deal, a big deal. If I was called upon to deliver a work of about 50 million naira, I have to think of it as a deal. So I feel like some people, have taken the gig thing and just maybe underutilized it, and they just think small. And I think a deal sounds like much better. Anyway, so let's just get right into it. Positioning to earn. How to attract high-paying deals. Whether you are a freelancer, 9 to 5er, entrepreneur, founder, student, whatever you are, this is how you can attract high-paying deals, and it's going to be really, really, really straightforward. So moving on, I think it'd be nice to introduce myself. I'm a marketing strategist, and I'm also the founder of Phono Consulting Limited. It's a marketing agency where we help businesses craft compelling brand identities and execute high-impact marketing campaigns. When I'm not working, you'll find me writing profusely, watching legal dramas, and reminding entrepreneurs that marketing is not vibes. I have a personal brand that I've been able to build, thanks to all of my hobbies and personalities that I've been able to curate and put out there. So that's me, and I'm happy to be here again. All right, I'm going to start by saying you don't get paid what you deserve. You get paid by how you are positioned. And again, we're going to do a lot of mindset shift on this session, right? So you don't get paid what you deserve. You get paid how you're positioned. If you come out to say, or if you position yourself to say, "Oh, I deserve small deals," then you will get small deals. But like, that's how you put yourself together. That's how you put your company, your business, your venture, whatever it is you're up to, whatever it is you're involved with. That's how you position yourself to say, you know what, I'm the big shots. I deserve this. I deserve that. And that's how much you're going to get. So please just take note of this. You don't get paid what you deserve. You get paid how you're positioned. Now, what's the problem? Why we're talking about this thing? There's a reason this webinar, this session, this conference has been created for us. And it's because there's a problem. And the problem is very, very clear. Many professionals are doing good work, but they still struggle to attract high-paying deals. Again, deals are very relative. High-paying deals are very relative, but I mean, if we're talking about high-paying deals, when people are probably talking about deals that's able to, care for our basic needs and maybe a little extra on top, maybe not just a little extra, some many, many, many extras on top, right? So many professionals are doing great work. Whatever it is they're doing amazing work. A lot of people are very competent, very skilled, very talented, but they still struggle to attract high-paying deals. That's one problem, and that's why we're here to discuss this. Secondly, the market doesn't just reward skills today. It rewards perception. We have moved into a digital age, or a very, very, very fancy age, where things are not just by how much you can work or how hard you can work, right? It's now about, who is better perceived as the big shot, or who is not the big shot, right? So branding is very, very, very key now in today's age, right? So these are the problems, and this is why we're here. This is why we're not going to stop talking about this, okay? So what does positioning mean? I've talked about perception. I've talked about positioning is how you get what you deserve, or what you want to pay, what you want to be paid for, right? So what's this positioning that I'm talking about? Positioning is basically how the market sees you, how the market values you. Lots of people, and this goes without saying, a lot of people you see and they say, okay, you know what, I think this person is a big man, is a small man. In our layman time, we can say, it's like they have a lot of money or they don't have a lot of money. This one gets money, this one does not have money, that type of thing. Or this person is valuable or is not valuable. Positioning is simply how you are seen. It's what they are saying about you when you're not in the room. Positioning is also the value people attach to your brand. If some people see you and think, oh, you're probably just worth 1 or 2 fancy trips. Other people think, oh, she just worth a little, maybe 100K and everything. She should not exceed this, based off what they see or what they sense of you. Other people see you and think, you know what, I think she's worth a long shot. I think I can go the extra miles to secure this person. In fact, I feel like if I'm not with this person, I'm losing out, right? And finally, positioning means the kind of clients or partners that you naturally attract. There are people who attract high-paying clients, and there are people who attract low-paying clients. Good. So this is what positioning means. I need you to always remember that you are the brand. Whatever it is you're putting out, that is your brand. And branding goes beyond your logos, your colors, and everything. No, it's everything that you do and say and act and put out. All of those things comprises of your brand. That is everything that makes up your brand. And I've put here a book you can read, that talks about branding and positioning. It's just especially for those that have businesses, right? An 8-step blueprint to showcase how you can showcase your expertise and build a highly profitable and personally fulfilling business. Okay, I like to tell people, I think I put a piece or an article about it last year saying almost all brands are in the show business now. We're in show business while we're now in the perception age, positioning age. So you cannot be found wanting in this area. Okay. So again, don't forget, positioning is how the market sees you. It's the value people attach to your brand, and it's the kind of clients or partners you naturally attract. Emphasis on naturally. Now, why does this matter? Why do we keep talking about this? We've talked about the problems, right? We've talked about what it means. And now we should talk about why you should actually start considering positioning yourself to attract high-paying deals. It matters because low positioning means you're chasing small deals. If you don't arrange yourself to attract kind of people that you want, you definitely get small deals, and you're literally saying, oh, I don't care, I'll take anything that comes. And if you're not doing things the way you want to be addressed, anything goes for you, right? Also know that strong positioning helps you attract high value deals. It's very simple. That's how you put yourself together. That's how you say, you know what, I'm not for everyone, I'm exclusive. Exclusivity in this context is very relative, right? But that's how you say, you know what, I'm really good at my game. I know what to do. I know how to do it. And I'm going to show you that I know how to do what I'm doing in my own way, in the best way, right? Not, oh, I am good at my job and that's it. And then you don't take the necessary steps to show why you're actually really good at your stuff and why you should be the one to be chosen, right? Because you do things the way that you do it in an excellent way, right? While some people who don't even have as much skills as you do are out there putting themselves together, doing all the right things to attract the best people. You're just there thinking, oh, it doesn't matter, who is for me will come for me. No, we're way past that now. Okay, again, it matters because deals flow to you, not the other way around. You don't flow to deals come to you. Now, if you're trying very hard, you already lost it. You shouldn't be trying very hard. You should get to a point where these high paying deals and everything just come to you. People are looking for you because you're really, really that person. You are it. Okay. So if you're the one that's constantly chasing, you have a lot of work to do. You have so much work to do. If you're the one that's having to call that client and say, when will you pay me now? When will you pay me? When will you do work with us? You're already losing the vibe. Okay, so this is why it matters, and I'm going to go straight into how we can actually start positioning ourselves. I'm not here to blab or give you long stories. I'm just going to give you key strategies. Number one thing is clarity. I need you to know that good positioning is clarity. And what is clarity? Clarity is, this is who I am, this is how I do what I do, and this is why you need to choose me. It's simply saying, I know my value and I can communicate it clearly. I feel like I was saying, I was telling you, branding is everything they're saying about you when you're not in the room. When we finish this session, there's definitely a perception that you will have of myself. There's a perception you already have of Mr. Kayode. There's a perception you already have of our monitor. Do you understand? So like everybody has their own branding. What they're saying about you, probably when you're there, when you're not even there, it's perception, right? And positioning starts first from clarity. It's like, this is who I am, and I'm able to communicate who I am clearly. Again, it's everything that you put out, it's everything that you say, it's everything that you do that helps with your perception. All the things I am saying and showing you and putting out is what you will use and say, I think this favor girl is this, is that, and this is how I feel about her. I will not imagine anything with nothing, with no visibility. There were no visibility about me. If you didn't know me or you didn't see me on this, maybe on this conference or somewhere or something, you probably don't even know who I am. You probably have no perception of me. There might even be how somebody talks about me to you, and then you're like, this person might be this way. So it's how you say things, how you do things, how you're spoken of, how everything that you do contributes to it. So you want to make sure that you can be a step ahead by knowing your own value and communicating it clearly, owning your own narrative, controlling your own narrative, be for your business, your personal brand, whatever it is. Know your value and communicate it clearly. And that's the first step, clarity. Next thing is credibility. It's one thing to say, oh, I am this, I am that. It's another thing to actually know your stuff. And how can you establish credibility? You can do that by showing proof, results, and authority. I don't just come out to say I'm a marketing strategist. I come out to also show the work that I do, the people that I work with, the results that I've gotten from these people that I've worked with, and to show people that, oh, I don't just do the work. I also think, I analyze, and I show like, okay, I am an authority in my field as well, right? I'm saying I'm a marketing strategist. It means I'm handling people's businesses and livelihoods. Marketing is basically what they use, to help and aid sales, right? So I'm saying, oh, I do this, I do that. And it's how I didn't just start from nowhere. I show you like my journey, my proof, my results. That's how you establish credibility. You don't just come to say, oh, I'm this, I'm that. I can clearly tell you I'm a marketing strategist. I get your attention, right? That's one. But I have to show proof. I have to show that I'm actually knowledgeable and I know my stuff. And I think that's a real success, if we're being honest. Like beyond the paparazzi and the clarity talk and the branding and everything, like knowing your stuff, I think that's the height of it. Like they come and they see, so now you've attracted them and they come and they see that you actually know your stuff. That's like all that you need. In fact, that's what sells you, right? Next thing is visibility. We can talk a whole lot about knowing who you are, showing proof, talking about yourself and all of that. But if you're not consistently showing up and letting people know that you are around, that you are in the block, and putting yourself in places where you are supposed to be seen, that is relevant to your brand, then you're making a mistake. I can't be saying that I'm a marketing strategist and I'm not where the kind of clients I'm looking for my business or my brand or whatever, I'm not there. Where like I can't be saying that. I need to be seeing where I value clients are looking. It's simple. And I always tell people that one of the best ways to winning digitally, especially if your clients are digital, is by choosing the right platforms, right? I know that there are a lot of platforms that you can opt on, but it's important that you choose at least 2 to 3 key platforms to say, you know what, I know there are a lot of places I can be at, but I'd rather focus my energy on so and so. So I'll expect a fashion designer, for example, to choose platforms like Instagram and maybe TikTok. These are visually appealing apps, right? And social platforms. And that's where you find fashionistas and high value like clients that can pay for stuff and everything. You can use Twitter, you can use LinkedIn, you can use Threads, you can use YouTube for this your fashion business, right? But I would rather you focus your energy on the most relevant platforms. You can't be everywhere. Like you can be everywhere, right? But you can't be everywhere dispensing energy, anyhow. You have to like position yourself to say, you know what, these are my core platforms. I'll show up well here. Then you can dispense your other energy and extra time on the other places. But if you do these things, like position yourself in the relevant places where your actual paying high value clients are looking, then you save yourself a lot of stress. Finally, exclusivity. If you're looking for high value deals, you should know that people who pay good money, they're not everywhere, right? And you should mean business and say, yes, I'm here for those who need me. I'm here for the people that I want to serve. My business, my market, my value, my services, my offerings, they are not for everyone. You're making a mistake and you're operating on a very poor mindset if you do think that your market is for everybody. That's like very wrong. So you should know that not everybody can access you. You have created yourself and your offers for people that actually need you, and you do that by doing target audience segmenting, check out your demographics, psychographics, and all of those type of things that you do when you want to like enter into the market and do your analysis and on whatnot. But anyways, just to keep it very, very basic and simple, you cannot serve everybody. That's what I'm trying to say. You let's take for example a graphic designer that's just taking every deal and every gig or whatever that comes his way. He gets burnt out. Everybody thinks, oh, he's available, is this, is that. Sometimes some scarcity, some exclusivity helps to see, you know what, yeah, I'm not desperate for your money, right? You might need money, right? Sometimes, and sometimes desperate actions or desperate times cause for desperate actions. I understand it, I get it, but you cannot be for everybody. You cannot service everybody. People have to know that, oh, you have this type of client, this is your target audience, and this is what you're sticking with. Things can change, things can evolve. But the point is, you can't allow everybody have access to you. You cannot be at every event. You cannot be at every marketplace. You cannot be at every platform or on every platform, okay? So position yourself today as the solution that people can't afford to ignore. That is a tip for you. So again, I'm going to summarize. Your key positioning strategies would be clarity first, establishing credibility, visibility, which is showing up, and then exclusivity. All right. So moving on, I've said here that there are common mistakes though, and you should avoid them quickly. Now, what are these mistakes? What are these mistakes? Number one is selling your skills, not your solutions. I don't want to hear that you are a makeup artist or that you're into makeup artistry. No. What I want to hear is you help people become more beautiful. I don't want to hear that you're into graphics design. I want to hear that you help people communicate their brands or their businesses in a very compelling way. Things like that. I like to give an example to say, hotels, for example, they don't sell beds or rooms. They sell home away from home. They sell comfort. They sell peace. They sell vacations. They sell relaxation. So turn all of that skill into something intangible, intangible, right? Something that they can feel, right? Don't sell your skills. Don't, your business owner or your personal brand or just for yourself. Don't come and say, oh, I'm this, I'm that. No. So I help businesses, achieve their goals one step at a time. Just look for something fancy or something really, compelling, something that speaks to the human heart. Well, people, you're trying to sell to a human being, you can't just come and say, because if it's about that, there are tons of graphic designer outside, there are tons of makeup artists out there, there are tons of engineering companies out there. What's the difference? Why should they choose you? So you don't sell skills, you sell solutions. So that's the first mistake I want you to drop. That's mistake of selling skills and not solution is something you need to drop. Number two, saying yes to every deal. You can't, it's 2025, you can't be doing that. They need to sense that, okay, this one is valuable. Let them be saying, what is wrong with this one? Say, what is she feeling like? Some of you you've gone to the depths. You've done so much to be where you're at. You've paid a lot of school fees. Some of you have even gone, you've traveled miles. You've taken so many courses. You've stayed hard. You've pulled all-nighter just to learn your skill, just to get better at your craft, to be present at every and anywhere. Every Dick and Harry that calls you, you're there. That's very wrong. You can't do that. You can't do that again. You can't say yes to every deal. It's another mistake that you're probably making that you need to stop now. The third one is looking cheap online. You can't do that, right? And there's a fine line. Yes, I know there's a fine line between packaging myself and positioning, right? Nobody's asking you to be fake. Nobody's asking you to overdo. There's how you can take, whatever it is you have in your hands and use it well and use it to attract the best things. You don't have to. You don't need to have it all before you say, okay, you know what? Those people that are getting all the biggest deals, they have a lot of money. No. So they're just really confident. They're clear. They're showing up better than you. They're not looking tacky or looking like they're poor. Sometimes you want to go maybe pitch something and they are looking desperate and looking like, oh, I need this job. No. Look like you know what you're doing, you're competent, and they should be handing that project to you. And if they're not handing that project to you, they're actually missing out. That's what you should look like. Don't look hungry. Don't look cheap, right? And finally, you should know that you're making a mistake when you don't have a unique voice or brand presence. When they mention your company's name or your name, you should be known for something. Even if you do a lot of things, you should be able to say, oh, that company is known for 100% excellence. Oh, that's her. That person with that blue cap always, right? That person just having some signature things or unique voice or brand presence. There's nowhere you see Airtel and you don't know that that's Airtel. You see Milo somewhere and you just know, oh, that's Milo. You hear some voices, you see some things and you just know, okay, this is this brand. You see some dresses, some wedding dresses, and you just know, oh, this is Vicky James. If there's anything, these top brands I've mentioned, even down to personal brands, there's anything these top brands I've mentioned have in common is clarity. They're very clear on what they do. They have visibility. They show up more than everybody else. Okay, and they are credible. They show the actual process. They show the results. They show it all, and they're not for everyone. Even you can tell that not every bride can go to Vicky James. Like, if your money is not right, you can't be looking for her. And that's the idea. Okay, and she has positioned herself. She has put in the work. She has stayed visible. She has stayed credible, and she didn't just get there one day. She literally rose and grew herself to that point. So you can do it too. So make no mistake, it takes a lot of work, but I want you to avoid selling skills instead of solutions. I want you to avoid saying yes to every deal. I want you to avoid looking cheap online, especially online, and then not having a unique voice or brand presence. Now, how do you know that, okay, things are working fine for me now? How do you know when you start attracting high paying deals? How do you know when things are changing for you? You know when you start moving from chasing opportunities to attracting opportunities. And when you also go from being replaceable to being the obvious choice. You see it everywhere, even in your offices, in family circles, in friendship circles, and everything. This is not just about business or making money. Yes, a deal is a deal. Whether it's about money or anything, like, as long as it's profitable, like, we're trying to attract high paying deals, right? It could be anything, right? So deals in this context. And when you see that you've stopped, you really don't have to chase people anymore. You don't have to chase a project or a person or whatever. People just see you and know, oh, you're that girl, you're that boy, you're that business, you're that platform. And then when you go from being replaceable, like, you're not the one that is scared that they will lay off, because the difference is clear. You're the one who dresses well, gets everything done. You're extremely competent. You show up. You have results, you have proof, because you can't be attracting high paying clients if you have poor results. I'm sorry. Like, you show up, you show out, you're visible, you're not looking cheap or tacky or scared that they will lay me off. You're the first person they will lay off if you're looking like that or acting like that. So when you move from chasing opportunities to attracting opportunities, and then you go from being replaceable to being the obvious choice, then you know that, okay, something is definitely right with me or in my business or in my life. Okay, so that is the shift. You cannot miss it. You can't miss it. Now, not to be just all about talk and telling you to do this, to do that. How can you actually start from here? From this conference now, what can you actually do? I put out 4 things you can do right away. The first thing you can do if you're trying to position yourself for high paying deals is to define your positioning statement. And how do you define your positioning statement? It's basically answering your W questions and your H questions. And what are your W questions? Your who, your what, your why, your where, your when, and then your H question, which is your how. So I say I'm a marketing strategist, right? That's who I am. What do I do? I help businesses, show up and show out. That's what I do. And so that's what I do, right? And who do I do it for? Business owners, right? Where do I do it? I do it maybe Lagos and Abuja. And how do I do it? I do it by, by creative strategic communications and storytelling, and maybe captivating content, right? That's who I am, right? And I've come out to say this is who I am, like answering all the W questions and the how questions. That's how you can define your positioning statements. Everybody should have a positioning statement, okay? Every single person should have a positioning statement. The second thing you want to do is audit your brand touch points. Your business, your personal brand, your work life, yourself, whatever it is, all those things that people will first of all check out when you say, "This is who I am," make sure you are constantly auditing them. Your Twitter bios, your Twitter page, your Instagram page, your website, everything you want to audit it, right? The third thing is to showcase your results, not activities. You can showcase your activities, BTS and all of that, whatnot, but please be focused and be fixated on results, okay? And next thing is to network strategically. Please note that when they say network, it's not all about, going to events and going to look for the next big man. You can network down to meet your peers, meet your teachers, meet your tutors, meet your pastors, meet your friends. Most of my friends are my own role models, right? And of course, meet people who are like older than you and more experienced than you. You can even have mentors and everything, but don't limit networking to just, people who are way above your league. Those people are even looking for value. They don't even have time, right? So again, these are 4 practical steps you can take. Define your positioning statements right away. Audit your brand touch points here and there. I always like to say, create the type of content you want to be paid for. If you want to be paid by so and so to deliver so and so, create that type of content. Put that type of things out there. Let your brand touch points, let your platforms, let your pages, let your accounts reflect that. Let them see you and say, this one likes to chop life, this one likes to enjoy life, this one is not a small person, that type of thing. Yeah, you should own it. So yeah, I'm not small at all. I put in a lot of work. I pay my dues. I'm competent. I'm effective, and I'm worth that money. Okay, so showcase your results and network strategically. Now, I don't like to leave a session or a class without a framework, right? So if there's anything I want to take out of today's session, is the PPPD framework, which is position, perception, pricing, and then deals. This is how you can actually attract high-paying deals. Never forget this. Position yourself. Decide how you want to be seen. Be intentional. Perception, as in shape what people believe about you. Like, we actually are at an advantage here. I get to choose how people can see me. I think that is powerful. A fast way you can do this is by how you dress, right? That old adage that says the way you dress, the way you are dressed, like it's not going anywhere. That's how you dress, right? And then they think this is who you are. That's how you dress. They think this is not who you are. All right. I always like to say, I think clothes are really powerful. I get the opportunity to wake up every day and choose how I want to be seen, just by what I'm wearing. That's such an advantage. I have what it takes to position myself. I don't need the world before I can go out there and say, I am this and I am that. I have all that I need. Look at your hands. You have a lot in your hands. You have friendship circles, people who can give you free marketing sometimes, people who can hold your hands, give you support. You have clothes that you can use to your favor. You have social media platforms that are literally free to position yourself. Please, we have a lot. Okay. And then pricing. Let your values guide your price. Do not be greedy because you are saying, oh yes, I'm that girl, I'm that person. You didn't allow yourself to be greedy. No, let your values. If you know and that you are very sure that you will not compromise on standards. And let's say, for example, they are saying, how much will you film this thing for? And you just go and just put 5 million naira there because you think, oh, you've listened to one conference now, you're worth the shots, you're a big deal, you're a big fish. You can put 5 million. I know you can't deliver. That's just you being a scam, really. I'm going to call it for what it is. So let your values, if you know your values are excellence, then you can build excellent billings and rates, give out excellent invoices, right? But if you know that your services are subpar, substandard, please. Another thing is to not charge for time or task per se. Charge for transformation. You can't be saying, oh, I'm charging you for the 2 hours I'm working on my bench, working. No. Say, I'm charging you for the beautiful results that your brand will experience, that type of thing. So everything is mindset, okay? Now, finally, for deals, never forget you attract and you don't chase. The right positioning, if you do your positioning well, you will get there. Trust me, it doesn't happen in one night, but you will get there. As long as you're showing results, you're putting in the work, you're being visible, you're clear, and you make sure you're very, very clear, you will get there. Okay, you will get there. So the PPPD framework is what I want you to take out of today's session. All right, so here are my closing thoughts. Number one, high paying deals, they're not found, they are attracted. Trust me, most of the time they come from, oh, do you know anybody that's really solid referrals, solid recommendations? Like, oh, who's this person? Like, you're usually very intrigued to say, okay, you know what, I want this person to be like. It comes with so much confidence. It doesn't come with you chasing people. No, it doesn't. High-paying deals, they are not found, they are attracted. Your work will speak for you. Okay. Second thing I'll say is your positioning sets your price before you even open your mouth. Yes, how they see me, they already grade me and say, you know, this person is worth this person is worth that. Okay. Or that's how they see your work and they say, you know what, this must have cost a dime. And finally, high-paying deals, they are clarity, credibility, visibility, and exclusivity, like I explained earlier. High-paying deals, they are not luck. They don't come to you by chance or by mistake. Trust me, sometimes most of your work is compounded to give you those high-paying deals. It does not come to you by luck. It's not luck. It's because you were clear, because you were credible, you were visible, and you were exclusive. And that brings me to the end of my session. I'm hoping that I was able to keep it brief and not bore you. So I'll take questions now, if we have any. And I would also hand over this stage back to the moderator. So if you have any questions, I'm here. I'm going to be sharing my slides with admin, so we have it.
Thank you very much, Favor. Thank you so much. That was loaded. Sincerely, if you also feel the same way I'm feeling now, please let's appreciate Favor using the chat box. Let's appreciate that. That was loaded. I saw a lot. Sincerely, a lot. Yes, she's still waiting for question and answers. Please, if you have a question for her, just put it in the chat box now. And I have a question for you, Favor. I don't know. Can you hear me?
All right. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so you said something about pricing because for me, it's one thing that has been I think it's becoming a problem for a lot of entrepreneurs, right? Even for those that are job seekers. Okay, they're asking you maybe during the interview, how much do you think we should pay you? And some people hear some very interesting price, ridiculous price at the same time. So when it comes to pricing, how do you say we should not price your prices should not be tied to the time, it should be tied more to transformation. So how do we get to I'm trying to phrase the question well, so it cuts across both entrepreneurs and job seekers. How do we come to that point where we can, let me speak for job seekers, I think, because I've been asked that question before. So how do I not underprice myself, maybe in terms of me trying to be humble and all of that polite, and at the same time not overprice myself? Like, how do I get to measure to say, okay, I think based on what I have known now, what I have done, based on my experience, this is what I think I should be worth, and then all of that. Like that, I don't know if you get to the framework of what I'm trying to ask, the question I'm trying to ask.
No, I'm
So
not sure I get the
just to
question,
assist.
but I think you're trying to say, okay, how do I not undersell myself because I'm not trying
Yes.
to
Hmm.
put out time and everything, but I don't want to sell myself short. Um,
Exactly.
so I'm not necessarily when I was explaining that, I'm not necessarily saying don't charge for your times or your hours and everything, but you don't make it obvious that, oh, I'm putting this amount of time, this is all the work I do. You don't go about talking about all the time. You just focus more on the result that you want to give the client and tell the client, see, you charge based off the result you want to give them. For
Yeah.
example, you're a content creator, right? And your client is saying, you know what, I have a wedding, come and shoot my wedding and everything. When you're negotiating and doing the pricing, you're not coming to tell them, oh, I'm going to take night bus one route to come to Lagos for your wedding. I will carry 10 people. And no, you're not doing that. You come to tell them, you know what, after your wedding, you're going to get 10 good clicks. You also get this, you get that, and you get that. So you now price based off the output. Like, I'm going to give this client this, and I think it's just like I can make that this amount. Do you understand that? So your
Yeah, that
pricing
was
of your realistic, excellent output that you can give to that client, not oh this one, that one, that one. So it's even easier and it's better. So even it's better to charge that way. So you know what, I'm going to give you this, and this is the cost of this type of output because they don't really care
oh,
that you are breaking the back and everything. They just care about the output. So you're saying if I'm going to give, so now when you've done all of that stuff, you go in say if I'm going to give my clients 20 videos, what would it cost me? What would it take? Now you can now like inwardly bill for that. But when you're bill, you can like assess that inwardly. But if you're trying to bill and like price with the client and negotiate and assume and all of that, you don't really fixate your on the timing and the efforts and everything. Focus more on the results. Wait, when you talk about
awesome.
the results, they are willing to like bring out whatever they say. You say that is what the result. Okay, okay. So you promise to give me this. I will give you this amount. So yes, okay, you promise to give me this. I will give you this amount as long as I'm going to get this right. So I'm focusing on the result. So I'm hoping that that makes sense, right? Did you get me?
Yes, that makes sense. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much. Yeah, I got
Hello.
you. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you very much, Favor. I hope you can hear me. Yeah, so thank you very much for your time and then for all of the effort you put into the slides and the presentation. It was top notch, and I got that clearly. I might not be able to permit uh, us to ask more questions because we also have one more session to go before before we close out for today. So thank you very much, Favor. I sincerely appreciate you. Please, if you need to know more about Favor and what she does and maybe connect with her, please. I know it is Favor guys here on most platforms. You can just try and reach out to her and see what she does. She's very prolific in what she do. She's a professional and expert. Thank you very much. So we're going to be diving into the next segment quickly. Um, Before I go into the next segment, please, if you have not subscribed to our channel, that's Better X for Growth, please just do that now. You can subscribe, you can like what we do, just to appreciate and encourage us to do more. So the next session is going to be talking about increasing your earning power, right? Increasing your earning power, and this is also another session you don't want to just downplay, because the person that is going to be coming also is someone that is very vast in when it comes to entrepreneurship and when it comes to business, managing money, all of that. So please don't downplay this session. Increasing your earning power, and it's going to be taken by Mr. Emmanuel Adegoke. This is one person I can tell you that has yes, he has hacked that entrepreneurship space, and he knows what it means to be able to use business, multiply your business, multiply, turn those ideas in your head into profitable business. Yes, he's running some very, very profitable business at the moment. So Mr. Emmanuel Adegoke is going to be taking us through increasing your earning power. So Mr. Emmanuel, if you're available now, please have the floor. So like I said, please let's subscribe to the channel, follow us on social medias, and please just appreciate what we do. Thank you very much, Mr. Emmanuel. I'm sure you can hear me.
Loud and
Yes,
clear.
yeah, please, you have the floor. Thank you very much.
Good evening, sir. All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me. My name is Emmanuel Adegoke, popularly called Atom, and it's a pleasure being here. And it's been a loaded session all evening. Big shout out to all of the speakers and the moderator as well. All right. So I'm Emmanuel. I'm a product manager, a corporate development professional, a brand strategist, and a creative entrepreneur as well. I'm a co-founder of some businesses. I build products, and I just try to make life easier anyway. All right, so I'm going to go into this right away. One thing that has been very, very common all the while this conference has been on, is that money has a language. And like every other language, if you don't know how to speak it or if you do not understand it well enough, you would always be left out of the deeper conversations, especially the ones that has to do with money and growth. All right. So for context, right? I believe that we have creatives here, we have freelancers, we have entrepreneurs, we even have people who still work for other persons, and we have people who work for themselves as well. Right. So for context, Africa has a rising pool of entrepreneurs, freelancers, tech professionals, creators, and the likes. However, there's a funny fact. According to Payoneer, right, African freelancers, creatives, and people who work digitally, they earn about $22 per hour on the average. But the funny thing is, many earn far below that due to lack of poor positioning, undervaluation, lack of global exposures, or just not doing one thing or the other right. I think Favor spoke much more to a lot of them earlier. I am here to help you see how you can better position to earn more. So, all through my conversation with you this evening, what you're going to be hearing is much more about how you can earn more. If you've been earning 50,000, how can you move it to 500,000? If you've been earning 500,000, how can you go all the way to 5 million naira? So that is what we'll be talking about this evening. So this session, I'll be bridging the gap between learning how to make clients and employers and also partners. I'll be I'll be helping you see how you can better position as a high value professional and how you can make more money or get more pay or get more income or return for the value you're giving as it were. I'm going to start with a very personal story, right? So this used to be me about 10 years ago. This is my story now. This used to be me about 10 years ago. working as a brand strategist or as a freelancer or as a creative, as you may want to call it. I have dreams in my mind and I have places I want to be. But I was a one man and my resources were limited. I had very few clients, and I mostly work one to one. When people, call for my services or call me up and say, "Yo, I heard about you from this person, and they said you can help me with that." However, in my head, I was actually thinking, I would like to actually show up like a group of people. I would like to show up like I am working with a team. I would like to show up like there's an agency, there's a company behind this, and we can do so much more. And then I get frustrated when people don't see it that way. I'm always like, why can't you see this? I am beyond this guy that's standing in front of you. In my of course, that's in my head. So that has been a very big challenge for me at the early days of my career. And I can categorically tell you that that vision that I had in my head of working with or representing a team and also working with teams and also creating for teams and also creating on large scale has been one of the things that has driven my growth across different fields and has been the thing that has led me to you this evening. All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty of the day. Why positioning matters. Of course, you want to earn more. Of course, nobody's comfortable with their status quo. You always want to do more. Here's the thing: high-paying gigs don't just go to the most talented. They go to the most visible, the most credible, and the most well-positioned. In the market today, that is flooded with talent, with position. The market is flooded with talents today. You can open your platforms, whichever platform you find very handy, and you can count loads of people who do the same thing. What makes you stand out? What makes you stand different? I'll show you this. Look at these two pictures. What do you think is the difference between the first and the second one? The first is a random photographer you can always meet on the street or at any event. And the picture on the right is, respectfully, Tolani Ali, a presidential photographer in Nigeria. She has worked with the notables that you can count. Now, what is the difference between these two photographers? One in Lagos who charges 50K, or another one who you need to book a session with, and that charges starts from about $5,000. Right. Now, one thing that differentiates these two people, aside the camera and the lenses that they use, of course, is that one of them has a premium branding, has a professional website, has some level of skills, and is also associated with top clients, right? While the other one is always like, oh, well, I'm just going to take whatever comes my way. And I just want to hustle for my 2K and just, get my daily bread. I'm not even sure if I want to do this long time, right? All right. Maybe this is a skewed focus. Let's look at another one. Let's look at the balanced case study. Here's a balanced case study of two tech guys. Let's call them developers right now, or programmers as you may have it. They code, right? So here, both of them can code, let's say, what language now? Let's say React. Both of them can code React or say JavaScript or whatever it is. Now, the funny thing is one of these developers earn 5,000 Naira, or okay. My bad. Let's say one of these developers earn, let's say $5 per hour, working on Upwork as a freelancer and the likes. And then this other developer on the other side works and earns $70 per hour, all because he says he's only specified in building fintech apps. Not just apps now, not just coding, he's just specified in building apps. He has a strong portfolio for that. He has testimonials that reflect his business results and not just the code quality. He can actually show results. Now, what these two case studies have shown us is that talent gets you in the door, but positioning decides the room you'll be invited into. It's as simple as that. Will you be invited into the low class room? Will you be invited into the masses room? Or will you be invited into the high net worth room? Positioning, credibility, and results will determine that for you. Now, let's move on a little further. What makes you stand out? What makes you being called into these rooms that, pay higher? What differentiates you really? let's get candid here. What differentiates you? What makes you stand out? So the standout factor is simple and easy. The standout factor is this: talent is important, but you need to do so much more than talent. So when you combine the perception, when you make people think about you, like Favor has rightly mentioned and I iterated, when you position yourself right, trust me, your pay grade grows by the day. You may be shocked, and let you into this for a minute. You may be shocked that yes, on the same gig you charge. Okay, Favor says we should call it deals. On the same deal that you charged 50,000 naira for last night, you can change a few things today. Still the same skill, still the same deal, and you're now charging maybe 50% extra. And before you know it, the next night you could actually charge higher. And now I'm not saying that you're just calling numbers. You would definitely find people who would not flinch to actually pay you that. And that is because it's the same product, it's the same skill, but you just presented it differently. How do you do this? What do you do? What do you need to make that change? Sometimes it's not just about the talent or skill. We have loads of people. Have you ever been in that shoe before where you're like, I can do so much better than what this person is doing? How come they're getting paid more than I am? Yes, this problem is what we are here to solve tonight. All right, so walk with me. Let's start with this. Let's start with this very, very simple question. If I were to introduce you to a client today, what do you suggest? What one word do you suggest that I use to introduce it to a client? When I say, oh, meet Daily today, or meet Shegun, or meet Victoria, she's a photographer and she's dash. What one word do you want me to use? Do you want me to use reliable? Do you want me to use credible? Do you want me to use what's it called again now? She's magic. Do you want me to use whatever it is you want me to use? Just write it down in the comment section and let me see. What one word best describes you to a client? That is very, very important. What one word best describes you to a client? What one word best describes you to a client? All right. So once you have a word that best describes you, that means that you have something in your head that you are hoping that it can materialize in reality and it can help you earn more in your business, in your craft, in your field. You have something in your head. You have a picture of how you are in your head. Earlier this year, there's this slang that we call delulu. So there's a delulu in your head about yourself, how you perceive yourself, and how you would like that people perceive you. This is what we're looking to make a reality, right? And you are very certain. I'm very sure that everybody has a higher net worth in their head about themselves. Everybody has a higher idea. Everybody has an higher image or a better image. Truth be told, you may be, let's say, 320p pixels. Let's say 320 pixels in real life, but in your head, you are like, say, 10,080, or say 1080p in your head. In your head, you're like 1080p. You're a very clear image. Or in your head, you may even be Ultra HD. You are clear, like we'll put it. Or maybe in your head, you could say you are 4K, right? But in reality, when people see you, they still see you in like 320p, all those unclear, old-time YouTube videos and stuff. So how do we bridge this gap and make people see you for 1080 or for Ultra HD or for 4K and want to pay that price to match up? All right, let's go into it. First thing you need to do, positioning. And I'm not just going to tell you about positioning right now. We need to connect and erect the pillars that help you get positioned. All right, so for positioning or to position right, you need clarity of value. That's the first thing first. To position right for the right amount. Or instead of using positioning, because we've overflogged that tonight, let me say to make you demand what should rightfully come to you, or to be in the best position to get what you deserve. Let's put it that way. To be in the best position to receive or to demand what you deserve, there are some things that you need to put in place. Life doesn't just give you what you deserve. You really, really need to actually give something out so that you can actually get what you want. All right. To get what you want in your craft or to get paid your worth, All right, we can use that also to get paid your worth or to earn more than you're currently earning right now. Like Favor said, you can't ask for much more than your worth. That would make you a fraud, right? But to earn higher, if you actually have a skill that should earn you more, to earn higher, to position for your worth, right? The first thing you need to do is to clarify your value. You need clarity of value. That is very, very important. People don't pay just for what you do, they pay for the outcome that you create. For example, a copywriter could say they're writing, then a copywriter could say, yeah, I write copies, I write words, I write ads, but they're not just writing words, they're increasing sales conversion rate. There's something else that they are delivering aside the efforts that they are putting in. That is what you are selling. You need to be very, very clear of your value. Now, how do you do that? You need to develop a value statement. There's a formula for that that I will share with you. All right, let's view the next slide quickly. So, to build or to develop a value statement for yourself, you can start with this. You can say, let's go to the next slide, please. The next slide, please. The next slide, please. All right. The next slide, please. The next slide with Fisayo. The next slide with Fisayo. Yeah, thank you. All right. So to develop a value statement for yourself, let's use this example, or let's use this formula. Write down one statement about your value proposition, and here's how it's going to go. You can say, I help dash achieve dash through dash. That is as simple as your value statement can be. For example, you can say, I help startups attract investors by designing investor-ready pitch decks that tell a compelling story. Now, that way, you are not just a designer or you don't just do PowerPoint presentations. You help startups attract investors. To do what? Attract investors. Who are you helping? Startups. How are you helping them? By designing investor-ready pitch decks. So this is what you sell. This is the value that you create. You are not just designing. You are not just doing things because you have the skill now. You are helping people who have problems solve that problem. That is very, very important. At Elostar, where I lead a team of creatives, I tell my graphic designers, I tell my content writers, I tell my social media manager, and I say, this is not what you're doing. You're helping businesses sell. You are helping them move their stock. You are helping them convert their product into sales. So when you're designing, you need to have it at the back of your mind that, will this help this person sell a product? So you're not just designing, you're not just picking colors. There's a reason, there's a value you're delivering for picking colors. There's a very funny story about trying to fix a machine and knowing where to fix in the machine. Knowing where to fix costs more. Delivering that value costs more than the exact how you do it. Some people don't like 20 stories. They just want result. Deliver result. Whenever you see this guy, something comes to your mind whenever you see Fisayo. It delivers to a certain set of people by doing something. That is how you position for what you want. The next way you position for what you want is packaging and presence. We say first impression matters in the digital economy. It's called online presence. We also have offline presences. And we have offline presences like how you communicate, how you deliver, and how you network, right? So here, for you to position right for what is rightfully, for you to position right and earn what is rightfully yours with your craft or business, you need to invest in a personal brand. Invest in building a clean personal brand. Now, it doesn't just go with colors, themes, photos, and fonts. A personal brand includes how you appear, how you present yourself, how you show up, what you say you do, how you present yourself, how you introduce yourself, how you present your work, how you talk about your work. These are packaging and presence. You need to show up right. Ensure that your bio is straight. Ensure that your pinned posts are captivating. Ensure that you are intentional about the content that you are putting out. Make sure that your headline clearly states value. Showcase results. Associate yourself with clients. Let them see what you do. And this is not just about working on samples. Show real life solutions that you create. No craft is too small. No solution is too small. Everybody has a problem. That is why those solutions exist. So if you can solve somebody's problem, you can definitely earn. Now, determine on how you present yourself determines how much they perceive that you're worth. Have you ever had a convert? Okay, let me tell you a quick story. So one day I got a referral and I was on a call. All right, no, let me not even use that. There's this popular brand called Fila. Fila. Or maybe I should just talk about my own story. But let's talk about Fila for a minute. All right, so Fila shared a story on social media. The co-founder of Fila, he shared a story and it says that they produce Fila, the traditional Yoruba cap, for 3,000 naira for people. And then there was a client who we got referred to who needed Fila very urgently. And they did the whole thing for him. He came to the office, they did the whole thing for him very fast, packaged it. They did not, because of urgency, compromise on quality. They still packaged it in the box they deliver with. And when they presented it to the guy, he was asking, how much is this worth? While he was trying to press his phone to access his bank app. And then the guy said, the owner of Fila now, the co-founder of Fila said, he didn't say the prices, he just said and the man was like, oh, 80,000 naira. Was like, oh yeah, that's fine. Although I think it's costly, but I will really pay for this. That was what the client said. And then the owner of Fila went silent and was like, this man had 80,000 and I was going to say 3,000. So that means that this man found it reasonable to pay 80,000 for this solution. That was the break. That was the big break for Fila. From there, they now charge thousands of naira for Fila. So that's by the way. Now this is another case study. Here is an image or a picture of a very popular product designer in Nigeria as well. If somebody is to Google you right now, or say somebody meets you right now, would they see you as a person worth $100 or say maybe $10,000? What would they see? How do you deliver? This comes with the quality of not just you, but also how you deliver your craft, the packaging again, and the presence. I never knew this when I started my career, but a very funny story I was trying to share. I never work for you offline. I never move my workspace and then come to your place and then come work. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it's been an ethic for me from the start, and I eventually discovered that it's one of the things that helped me position right. I never do it for you. I would never move from my base and come work in your place. You should trust my portfolio enough to say, yo, work on this and deliver. You cannot handle me on the project. It doesn't work. So, but to the glory of God, yeah, we're here right now. All right. So if somebody should see you now, should look through you and stuff, have you ever bought something before and you felt like you overpaid for it? That was because the packaging and presence did not match what you paid for or what was being asked for. All right, let's go on real quick. Another pillar that you should put in place to actually have the right position is your pricing psychology. Now, I love this so much because this is a practice that I have tried out over the years. I have read books about it. I have researched about it. I have also tried, surveys about it. I have done that. I have done what you call dark psychology also about about pricing. And here's what I have to share to you. Price is not just a number. It signals your perceived value. And somebody would say, a mentor of mine would say, when you tell them your price and they say it's too high, tell them another high price so that they can see that the first price that you said is actually still lower to what you is actually still lower than what you actually charge. Now let's talk about this. Low prices attract clients who really don't respect boundaries. That's the way it works. Now I learned this the hard way also. I really wish I had time to tell stories tonight. I learned this the hard way. It got to a time in my career where I really had to stop taking referrals because I knew everybody who I was being referred to was going to pay me less because I charged the people who were referring me. I charged them less. I didn't know how to handle discounts. I didn't know how to handle pro bonos, as it were, very early in my career. So I suffered for it. So I had to build a new client base. And trust me, when you tell me that you like my work and you want to refer me, the first thing I tell you is it's expensive. It costs a lot to get this value. Just so that you can have it in your head when you're referring me to somebody else, and you don't refer me to a client who is not worth my time. I'm not proud. I have paid my dues, and I have served right. All right. So to pricing psychology now, let's do this. So there are two types of pricing frameworks. One, you call it cost-based pricing. The second one is called value-based pricing. Now, cost-based pricing is not really ideal for high-paying gigs because The reason why you're in business is not just so that you can get just as much as you put into it and then you need to profit. No, that's not it. What I want to introduce you to this evening is called value-based pricing. This pricing is based on client's potential ROI. If you know, okay, this is also one of the reasons why I never have a rate card, either in my professional business, either in my creative business, either as a freelancer or a consultant or a work alone. I never have a rate card. I need to perceive you as a client. I need to understand what you want to achieve. Then I can help you put a price to the value. That is how I work. That is what works for me. I can't say about somebody else. Now look at this guy on your screen. He's a very popular person, TG Omori, most respected. So even though you are just looking at him for the first time, something comes to your head. There's a thought that comes to your head about this guy, and you're like, oh no, he rolls with the big boys, right? That is positioning for you. That is pricing psychology for you. People who can pay will pay, but they are not just paying for nothing, because they also could see that they are getting value. They are getting a worth for their money, right? So now here's a very funny story, or here's a very funny example right here. Let's do this. Frame your value. There's an error here. Frame your asking price around value, not effort. If it costs you, okay, there's also this story online, I think very, very few years ago. There's this story online that because it takes me 5 minutes to get your solution to you, doesn't mean I'm not going to charge you as high as it takes. Because it took me like 5 years to learn this. It took me another 2 years to pay my dues and work for free. It took me another 1 year to save up and buy the best of gadgets and all of those things. So because I did this for you in like 3 or 5 minutes, doesn't mean that you can get it anytime it is. Anytime you want, for any price you want. All right, so here's the secret. Even though it takes me a very short time to do it, I still tell you that it takes this much, because there are some clients, right, who don't just perceive what you are worth by your presence and your presentation, right? Some of them perceive how much they are going to pay you based on how difficult they perceive the task, right? Or how difficult they are looking, or no, how badly rather, how badly they are looking for the result or the value, right? So once you understand these things, this is not supposed to be a trick, right? This is not supposed to be a dark secret, right? But this is actually what works in the digital market, in the creative market. This is what works. You are selling value. You are in a value business. You are not in an effort business, right? If you're in an effort business, it's going to take you working 12 hours to earn $1,000. But trust me, especially with the advent of assisted or generative AI and assisted tools, you can slash your time creating, you can slash your effort, you can invest in tools. And guess what? Does that mean they won't pay you? No, they will pay you greatly for it. So yes, it is now left to you. Yoruba says a statement. There's a proverb in Yoruba that I would like to share. I learned this very early also in my career, and it has really helped me. Yoruba people will say that. Okay, let me paraphrase in English. Permit me. Yoruba people will say that if a trader calls their craft or calls their goods a packer for packing dirt, then that is what other people will call it. Yoruba people will say Tony Baba Ankara, Amaba Fikole, right? So it is whatever you call yourself and however you present it and however you represent it, that determines how people receive and also credit it, right? So pricing psychology really matters. Price based on value, not based on effort. I'm going to ask you. So here's a very funny practice that you can cultivate also. Instead of saying that this is going to cost you 10,000 or this is going to cost you 100,000, you can say an investment of 100,000 in this is going to help you get that. So low key, let me use that word. Low key, it also puts some guilt in the mind of the client and be like, oh, so that means that if I don't get this much, that means I'm the one who did not pay that much, right? If I didn't get this kind of value, that means I did not really pay that much. So sometimes also that is what helps you get paid. Sometimes you could actually be here and the client needs here. So here's what you're going to do. An investment of 10,000 naira gets you this. An investment of 100,000 gets you that. What would you like to have? I can customize something for you that makes you get a value at 50K. Would you like to go for that? Yes. All right, we have a deal. Let's move on. You still get paid, but not 10,000, not low. All right, so let's move on. So the fourth pillar of positioning to earn more, the fourth pillar of positioning to demand what you are worth is what I call networks and social proof. Now, this is a very funny one, like I said. So I mentioned something earlier when this session started. I mentioned top clients. See, trust is a currency in business. Clients' trust and recommendations is the best thing that you can have. When clients trust you, they recommend you. And they are recommending you because you have proven track records. Most times clients don't recommend you based on the job that you did for them. It's because it's a accumulation of what they've seen before they came to you, and then you maintain the consistency by delivering to them what their expectation was before they met you, right? Somebody else has spoken to you about them and says, that guy is bad at what he does. He's the bomb. And when they met you and then you worked with them, you consistently reiterated that and then you delivered that. You don't need to open your mouth most times to tell them, although there are tricks that you can use to make sure that they refer you. You can offer them an unsolicited discount on their next deal, or there are other ways that I really don't want to go into right now. All right, regardless anyway. So once you can, so networks and social proof is a very big currency for you to position to earn even much more than you really, really want, right? So here's the first thing. Trust is a currency, like I mentioned. Clients trust recommendations. Even you right now, whenever you want to even make a purchase online, you like to find a friend who has already either used this before or know somebody who has used this or can say a thing or two about this. Recommendation sales in this age and time, right? And social proof includes testimonials, client logos, press mentions, speaking engagement, anything that is a proof that you can show that, yo, I was a part of this, or I did that, or I delivered on that. This is why I advise people and encourage creatives especially to build in public. Put out your work in public. Show people. Let people see what you do and let them know that you are the person behind this. I understand that most creatives like to call themselves introverts and they are shy and they don't really want to be out there. They want your work to speak for you and all of these things. Trust me, there's so many works out here in this age and time. If you are relying on your work to speak for you, depending on the kind of industry you are and the kind of clients that you work with, you may want to just jump off your desk and jump onto the street and make the noise by yourself. All right, so here's a case study, and I'm very sure you are going to smile at this. There's this guy who is very popular in Nigeria, even though you may have controversies about how excellent he is in his craft. Trust me, he's winning. So yes, this is AY, Ayo Marco himself. So one of the things that has gotten this big Top Gun here is the power of his networks and social proofs. Whatever he does, you would see it. He can point fingers to it, and there are people behind him. So I implore you as an action point this evening, build a public portfolio and showcase the human side of your craft. Let people see it. If you work with that brand, even though you don't want to be proud, you don't want to brag, put the logo there. Let them see. Where reasonable, where applicable, always show off. It costs you nothing to do that. Always show off. AY has a big mouth for himself. He would speak about it anywhere, anytime. Even the stories that you think that he shouldn't really speak about. There have been series of times when recently he was at events and he shared stories about his family life and the dramas that went on. All right, so let's move on anyway. So that is what you get. So to build pillars, to position right, to demand for what your craft is worth, and so much more. These are the pillars that you need to build them. Now, moving forward, let's talk about attraction systems. Attraction systems are things that you need to put in place for you to make sure that you come top of mind, even though you are positioned right. Whenever there's an opportunity opening up, you come top of mind. It's not just about chasing these deals. Sometimes when you're positioned right and you stand out, these deals come to you. There has been times Okay, I said we're not bragging, right? But let me do this one again. There's been times when I get enough that I have to share. And I am also sharing to other people because I am certain that when they deliver to the client, they would uphold the level of excellence that made the client come to us. So most times you get almost much more than you need or you can handle per time. It either means that you need to expand capacity or you also need to share within your network of people these opportunities. All right, so to build systems, here are top 4 things that I suggest or that I recommend that you do. First things first, to build attraction systems, you need to share thought leadership content. You need to make people understand that you know this thing. Like we would like to say, you sabi that guy sabi, right? Teach what you know. Lead a thought in your field, lead a thought in your craft. Give give free value. Let me call it that. I'm working on a project that I explain much more of this in. Give free value so that something can also come your way, right? So share thoughts, lead thoughts on about what you do about your craft on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on threads, in a podcast, at interviews, in a book, on your statuses, on your stories as it were. Here's because most persons are not buying from you at the moment, but they need to know that that guy is solid. So guess who they take their money to when they are ready to buy, or when they are ready to employ, or when they are ready to engage somebody? They come to you, right? Because they are always seeing you talking about this or that and that and that. And somehow, the way this works, at one point or the other, you must have addressed the problem that they may have. And they're just like, oh, I'm coming to engage this guy once I have money to pay him, right? So yeah, so to build attraction systems and to make the things that are meant for you float your way, there's only so much that you can chase unless you create systems that make them flow to you. Just like you can make your money work for you when you are sleeping, you can actually make your brand work for you when you are sleeping. And you can earn money. Like you can wake up to DMs of you. See, let me talk briefly. This is another bragging right. So for about 2 weeks, I was swamped with work at my corporate space and my businesses. And I had a DM line. I had a message line in my DM for 2 weeks. It was an international deal. And I already told myself when the message came in, and I'm like, I'm just going to pretend I didn't see this because I can't take this right now. Guess what? They had to call the person who referred me to them, and the person had to call me that, please attend to these people for me. And I'm like, okay, you don't catch me. Let me do this for them. So yeah, what I'm trying to say in the sense is when you've invested in building the right systems and you invested in the right positions and building the right brands, these things will chase you and they will come your way. There's only so much you can run after if you are chasing them yourself. Imagine if you are trying to chase 5 dogs, or if 5 dogs are chasing you. All right, all right. So to build an attraction system, aside sharing thought leadership content, you also need to be very, very active in niche communities. You don't need to be everywhere. Be in places where you are needed and be active in those spaces. Be active in niche communities. Either they are Slack groups, either they are WhatsApp groups, either they are Discord groups, either they are WhatsApp clusters, or communities of such. Make sure that you are very active and you are selling your craft. Okay, unconsciously I did this. Like you need to put this on your head, right? You need to put your craft on your head solidly. So when you are sharing something, you need to sell yourself, right? That's why you are being active. Everybody sells for one reason or the other. Everybody that sells to get favor or to get gigs or to be noticed or to feel better about themselves or any of those things. So do whatever you can also to be seen, to show up and be active. Thirdly, make your portfolio magnetic. And trust me, the best way you can do that is by leveraging storytelling. It's not just enough to say you created a logo or maybe you took a wedding picture. Yo, you reserved or you preserved memories for generations to come about this super amazing wedding. Everybody's going to forget about the jollof rice that they ate, even the clothes that they wore to the wedding or where the wedding happened. But when they see pictures, trust me, the stories begin all over again. You can tell stories with that. You can, okay, maybe not stories now, maybe you sell clothes or maybe you even make reviews about gadgets. Trust me, there's a way around this. When you list out your portfolio right, there's a way you can present your portfolio and make it as magnetic as possible. Make your portfolio a magnet. Don't just show what you do, show what you achieve. Tell stories about it, relatable stories that people want to listen to. They want to be a part of. They want to hear stories that make your clients the hero. I think I'm just going to, talk about this on some other platform. There are stories about your portfolio that make your client the hero. It's going to feel like your client did the work, but you really did the work. But you are telling the story in those narratives just so that you can sell it so much more, and more people want to buy. And guess what? The same story. That is why people do pro bono work, just so that they can have stories to put out there. And nobody cares if you did that project for free. They are going to pay how much you call it when they want to engage you. All right, let's not go too much into the secret right now. All right, so here's the action plan for you. Whatever platform it is that you use most, be it LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Pinterest, Facebook, WhatsApp, whatever platform it is you use, choose one platform today, right? And use that platform effectively to showcase your work for the next 30 days. In fact, let's even do it this way. Maybe it's too much. Do every work day for the next 20 days, Monday to Friday, 4 times in a month. Do Monday to Friday, Monday to Friday, Monday to Friday, Monday to Friday, and watch the magic that happens. If your clients are on your WhatsApp, do it on WhatsApp. If your market is on Instagram, do it on Instagram. If your market is on LinkedIn, do it on LinkedIn. Guess what? If your market is in your church, do it in your church. If your market is offline, in your company, in your office, do it in your office. We have some people who are not entrepreneurs, they are intrapreneurs, right? They are superpower team members. They need to sell themselves at work so that they can get referrals. Guess what? People add on skills, they add on resource people. Resource persons don't apply for jobs, they get add on. They're like, I want to pay you more to get you out of that company, not come and apply here. And that is because they've also put in some work and they've invested. I am a living testimony to that. All right, let's move on anyway. So, to reiterate our point so far, earning higher is not abracadabra. Trust me, high-paying gigs are not magic. High-paying gigs are results of positioning and investing in your craft, right? You need to position right. You need to build systems. You need to build your brand right. You need to show up correctly. Trust me. You need to network well. You need to be confident in your craft. You need to know your craft well. There was a day, I think earlier this week. Yeah, earlier this week. It was a Monday. I was having an afternoon nap at work. I had a very hectic day, and I needed a nap before I went to a physical meeting so I could be refreshed. And the call woke me up, and the call was it was an international call, and the person wanted to talk about a subject. And guess what? I went off the gun like that, and we started talking about it. And then halfway into the call, and I'm like, I think this is literally what they call, if I wake you up from your sleep, can you defend this? Trust me, it happens. And when you learn your skill like the back of your hand, work stops being work to you. You enjoy it and you just get paid, and it feels like you're getting paid just to do what you like doing. So learn the craft well. And earning high or earning well enough or earning what your craft is worth is not magic. You still need to invest in it so that the craft can be worth it for you. A few years ago, before I started in my craft, when I shared my dream with a friend, my friend was like, okay, maybe not my friend now because, we lost connections. They didn't believe in me that much. My friend was like, is this what you want to do? How are you going to make a life out of this? But trust me, I learned the skill and I didn't just stop there. I had to invest in selling that skill so that it can make me what I needed. Now, here's the formula to positioning. Clarity of value, 1, plus packaging, 2, plus pricing confidence, 3, then plus social proof, 4, then plus attraction systems, 5. If you can combine these 5 things in a jar, mix them together, and you add some more work to it and some prayer and stuff, to season it up and stuff, you'll be serving a very great dish. All right, so the action steps for you right now. I need you just to be like me and much more so that we can all be at the top. I need you to redefine your value proposition in one sentence. Don't make it too long. You can meet people anywhere. When your value proposition is one sentence, you can almost even say it in your sleep. You can say it as a joke. You can say it however it is. You can redefine, you can remix to fit. You can, do whatever it is to fit whoever it is you're talking to per time. audit your online presence in the next 7 days and understand what you need to do better at this. And also set a premium baseline for your next gig. Let's do that. Sit down, analyze what you're worth, and find ways that you can make sure that you get paid that amount on your next gig. If at this level, let's even say that you are not so much of a boss, right? Let's say you're an intermediate. Let's say you have been doing your skill for about 3 or 4 years and you feel this is how much I should be earning, but these people are not paying me that much. What can I do to command this amount of money on my next gig? Put those things in place and watch the magic happen. All right, I'm going to leave you with a bonus. I'm not just going to leave you high and dry. If you like to read, here are some recommendations for you. Sell Like Crazy, Positioning, or Building a Brand Story. These books contain nuggets that would really, really do great justice to your craft. And let's say you don't even like that, or you don't really like to read, you can even download book summaries. They will pick the nuggets out for you. Let's say you also don't like that, you can maybe replay this session. Let's say you don't even like that, you have listened to my stories. I am human, I'm not AI. See my hair? Yeah, I'm not AI. So you can definitely do this too. You've listened to my story, you've heard how it works. I will leave my contact here in case you need some sessions. I don't do mentorship right now. I am also a mentee, right? But I will provide some time to answer your questions and do justice to your confusions and make sure that you are set up right. Yeah. So in conclusion, what you want exists. What you have right now may not be what you want. The question is, are you ready to go after what you want? Are you ready to position for what you want? Are you ready to attract what you want? Are you ready to put in the work to get what you want? What you want exists. Trust me. Let nobody tell you or sell you out of your dreams or out of your perception. It's not delulu. Trust me. Because it's not happening yet and it's in your head. That's why it's called delulu. But once it happens, you then discover that there's so much more that can happen beyond that. So thank you guys for having me. I really, really appreciate you for joining in this evening. Right, let's catch up now. If you have questions for me, let them come in. I would shoot them down as much as I can right now, and we'll move on from there, going on. So yes, the last slide is up. So this is me again, Emmanuel Adegoke. I'm a product manager and I'm a corporate development professional. My mobile number is here. I am the co-founder at ETOP. I am the creative lead at Elosta. I'm a product manager at Smart Stewards, and I am also a project and product lead at Landway. I work with Ogun State Transformation Economic Project also here in Abeokuta to transform lives for for the Ogun State government in collaboration with the World Bank. So yeah, here are some of my feats at the moment. I do so much more, but I would like to keep them to this for the moment. So thank you for having me. Let your questions come in now. Cheers.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Emmanuel. That was profound, really, really profound. I can tell you. And it's like I said, for favor, if you are feeling the same way I'm feeling now, please you can just react to the chat box. Okay, I can see it coming already. Wow, solid. Thank you, sir. That was profound. Thank you very much. So if you have any questions, I know we are 20 minutes past our end time, but it is worth the wait, or it is worth the whatever it is you want to call it. But I just um I don't know the right words to use at the moment. So thank you very much, Mr. Manu. That was solid. I even for me, I think I need to even do some
Thank you.
reevaluation for
Thank you
myself,
for
but that was
having me.
really beautiful. So I think I can only accommodate one question, but thank you for even giving us your social media handles and contact details. But if you have a question you want to ask Mr. Emmanuel now, I would give us the opportunity. But if there is no question, I think we can just let Mr. Emmanuel go. But thank you very much. Please follow Mr. Emmanuel on. I think that applies to all your social media handles. Am I correct?
Yes.
Um,
Yes, you're very
yeah,
correct.
that applies across. But so it was definitely worth the time. Yes, I can tell you for a fact. Thank you very much for all of the beautiful sessions. I don't know if your slide will also be made available to us so that we can. Is
Yes,
that
of
possible?
course.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much. So, I think I would be, um, let's, okay, yeah, I don't know if there's any question yet. I've not seen anyone popped up yet. But at this point, I think we can let Mr. Amano go. Thank you very much. All that you said, if I
Righty,
start picking them one by one, it's, we will not leave here tonight. So thank you very much, Mr. Amano. That was
it's a pleasure.
very, very, very solid. Thank you. And have a
You.
wonderful. Okay. Before you leave,
All right.
there's a question for you. Just one question. I think we'll
Oh,
just take
really?
that down. So yes, question is, how do I package myself with little income? How do I
How do
package
you
myself
package
with
yourself with little income? Okay.
little income? Yeah.
All right. Okay. How do you package yourself with little income? It's so funny of you to think that packaging yourself is expensive, right? All right. So first things first, like I mentioned earlier, packaging yourself isn't really about you showing up with a big car or you showing up with crisp suits or a MacBook Pro or what else? Yeah, some of those things that you may imagine. Packaging yourself could be as little as instead of you sending your portfolios as a picture to your clients, why not just take the time and compile them into a PDF and segment them, design them correctly before sharing? Or even take it a notch ahead. There's Canva free tools. You can host your portfolio there and send it to them. It would interest you to know that one of the things that convert clients or make them think about you differently or make clients respect you in that word is because you did something different from whatever that person who does what you do have been doing, right? Imagine if there's this trend that says when you go to a barber shop, they now offer you drinks and snacks and stuff and all of those things, right? Some of the things that keep some of these clients there is because they've never seen that anywhere else. So these are just thoughtful, intentional gestures or actions that you put into presenting your craft. They are not necessarily expensive, trust me. All right, there are other examples. You can go to the extreme by borrowing things to show up and all of those things, right? I don't subscribe to things that you cannot keep up with. But another example is you can even tell your client and say, "Yo, I would give you a free discovery call before we start this project, just so that I can understand you better. Please book a session on Calendly or stuff like that." I have had clients before who have told me, "Ah, I don't go through all this process when I talk to other people. Why is it that is when I'm not?" And I'm like, "Ma, you need to get the word for your money, or this is our work ethics here, and trust me, it's going to help us deliver value to you better and stuff like that." So these are just you putting thoughtful, like I said, thoughtful actions to back up your craft, right? And that is like actually what it means. I know this one is very, very common when you say, "I can do this thing better than that person. How come they are paying them more than they are paying me?" If you study those persons well, in fact, that is what I should have asked you to do. If you study those persons well, they are doing some things. Yoruba people will call them effizi or paparazzi or stuff like that. They are putting some things into it that makes it look so credible and makes the client want to. Have you ever discovered that some okay, it should have happened to you also. Has it ever happened to you that you had to patronize a brand just so that you can tell your friends, "Oh, I have also bought from that brand." So see, there are different tricks to this, right? But let's not go into the mechanics tonight. But what I'm trying to say in essence is that the reason why you wanted to patronize that brand so that you could talk about it one of the was because of some of the things that the brand has done to people, right? The brand has made them feel okay. We call them association, and I can mention a few for you. They are Nike, they are Apple, and there's Bang& Olufsen, there's Ashlocks, there are quite a number of them in different industries. They have sold something, they have presented something that makes people want to associate and connect themselves with them. You can also do the same for you. When you walk into some stores, when you walk into Puma store today, the experience is different. What experience am I getting when I engage you as a client? What will you do for me? What will make me come back? These are the things that position you differently, that makes your packaging different. It's necessarily not money. Trust me. It's necessarily not money. So yeah, if you are low on income, if you are not earning as much, even if you are a beginner, you just learned your skill and you just got into the marketplace, you can do things differently and you definitely learn differently. Earn differently, I mean. So yeah, I hope that answers your question a bit. If you
Yes,
have
yes,
more,
you did
you are
justice.
rich.
You did justice to
So
the
yeah,
question, right? Thoughtful, intentional gestures like that stood out
yeah,
for me, just like um that it has been displayed on. So thank you very much, Emmanuel. That was like I said, it was profound,
pleasure.
solid, straight to the point, and it was enlightening. It was really enlightening for me.
Thank you,
Thank you so much, and I think I can see a lot of people say thank you, um, so much.
thank you.
And yes, we would love to maybe some other time. We also love to hear more. I know you were trying to keep some of those secrets back. We would love to hear some of those wonderful
Thank you, thank
things.
you,
Yeah,
thank
yes.
you.
Thank you very much, Yezue, to enjoy the rest of your evening. So I'm also going to please not every one of us listening to me now. Do it to subscribe. It's very, very important, please, so we can keep up the good work we are doing. Subscribe. You can also like this particular program we're doing. Today is not the end. Today is just the one. And I can assure you that tomorrow is also loaded just this way. It is loaded. You would be getting a lot. So do it to subscribe. Tell your friends, maybe for those that have not that did not register. I don't know if they still have opportunity to register or maybe come on board for tomorrow. Please start spreading that word. Start spreading the word. Positioning. All of these beautiful things you are hearing, don't get to hear them alone. When you're climbing up as a team, it's more interesting than when you are just doing it alone. So please inform others and please subscribe. And I'm looking forward to engaging with us tomorrow. Tomorrow's speakers also are also loaded. I can tell you, both speakers they are loaded and they will come and deliver some of the best sessions that you have ever been in. And I'm sure that at the end of all of this, you will never definitely be the same. So thank you, everyone. Thank you to our speakers. If you're still on the call, thank you so much for heeding the call and coming on board to share your experience, word of experience with us. We love you. And then we're going to be seeing you tomorrow. Bye, everyone. From my end, bye.
Falala, falala, make a de falala, falala. Blessings upon my life till they see me for valala. Mama say make I listen to Jah, make I no reason to fall. Man I be living too fast, make I de chill and relax. Life has been good to me, I do not take this with levity. Nothing is new to me, but lucky I'm grateful for everything. The good and the bad and the ugly, all of the joy and the suffering. And then it dawned on me, all that I seek is in front of me. Isha Oluwa ko seni to ye, bi mo she she mi o mo. I just dey stay on my grind every day, I keep my eyes looking up. I should see, I give the glory to God. I should see, I give the glory to God. Isha Oluwa ko seni to ye, bi mo she she mi o mo. I just dey stay on my grind every day, I keep my eyes looking up. I should see, I give the glory to God. I should see, I give the glory to God. One man food is another man poison. Leave me to make my own choices. Only see me with the people who love me. Love to the ones that have lost me. I came from nothing, made it to something. But every day I'm still working. Send me my money, pay me my money. Anything that's come back on me. 2024, I pray to God, make I no follow. Be motion love, be motion ball. Oluwa show me. Don't know tomorrow. Save me from sorrow. Rally the motor. Nothing is ever enough. I just stay on my grind every day. I keep my eyes looking up. I should see, I give the glory to God. I should see, I give the glory to God. I just stay on my grind every day. I keep my eyes looking up. I should see. I give the glory to God. I give the glory to God. I should see. I give the glory to God. Falala, falala, make a de falala, falala. Blessings upon my life till they see me for valala. Mama say make I listen to Jah.